Okay, really sorry for being late. Thank you so much for joining in. Thanks, Ajay. Thanks, Rajiv. Thanks, Pushparaj. Thanks, Rahul. Thanks, Sagar. Thanks, Rajiv. Thanks, Neha, and all the people who are joining in. Okay, so we are going to do the whole open technique. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. We'll do it quick. Okay, so how many of you are able to see a white screen right now? So the people who are for the first time, this technique that we are going to do for the next few minutes is a Hawaiian technique. It's very popular for knowing to clear, known as something that clears of negativity. Okay? So you would require to close your eyes. I would request you to close your eyes. Take a deep breath. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyes. Relax your cheeks. Relax your shoulders. Relax your back. Relax your feet. Okay. So repeat after me. Okay, I'm going to say Sachi, and you're going to take your own name. You're going to talk to your own self. You're going to talk to your beautiful spirit, your energy. Okay, put your hand on your heart. And we're going to repeat this four high energy or high vibration statements. I'm really sorry, dear Sachi, for not taking care of you. I'm really sorry, dear Sachi, for not taking care of you. I'm so sorry for disconnecting. I'm so sorry for leaving you alone. I am the one who judges you so much. I am the one who criticizes you so much. Please forgive me, dear Sachi, for underestimating you. Please forgive me for not believing in you. Thank you, dear Sachi, for keeping me alive and letting me have this experience of life. Thank you so much. From now on, it doesn't matter who doesn't love you. It doesn't matter who doesn't appreciate you. Because I promise you, from now on, I love you. I am here and I would never let you go again. Slowly open your eyes, rub your hands, and put that energy to your face. Take a deep breath. And so, how was that experience? I'll give you one word in the chat box, sharing your experience for this whole open technique. Awesome, peaceful, calm, relaxing. Great. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's begin with the session. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Also, the exercise link. So here is the link. Yes, Rajiv says relaxing. That's great. Okay, so here is the link for the exercise. So we are going to learn through exercise like we have done for the day 1 and day 2. Okay, so we have our page ready. Yesterday we have covered conditionals. Today we are going to cover a layer over that, which is functions. Okay, so how many of you are excited for functions? Type E in the chat box. Thanks, Anju. Thanks, Tanmay. Thanks, Rajiv. Thanks, Neha. Okay, a lot of people excited. Okay, so if you remember, yesterday we had done an exercise which was a coin flip, right? And a coin is flipped. It will, on heads, it's going to say India is batting. If it's going to tails, it's going to say Australia is batting. Okay, so now we are going to write a function. Okay, so we are going to call that function coin flip. So what we are going to do here is we are going to step by step, right? So first what we do here is we write DEF, which is the definition. This is the beginning of function. So function is a block of the logic that you are writing. This will make your code reusable. right? So we'll see how this is possible. I'm going to, after def, I'm going to name the function. The name is coin flip, right? And here, whatever we are having within the parentheses, it is called parameter. Okay, so this is called the parameter. Here, whatever value will be there, that gets taken, right? So, for example, yesterday we had this logic: if toss equal to heads. So, if we are checking if the variable toss has heads, okay. So now whatever we have passed here, the same is used in the condition check. If toss is equal to heads, we are going to use the same function. It's going to say print India is batting, else print Australia is batting. Okay. So now this is the whole function. Okay. Now this is called a function call. Okay. Which means the name of the function and what is the result of that toss, or what is the value that you want to pass to the parameter which was tossed. Okay. So now I'm going to write it here. When I say coin flip in parentheses heads, this will call the function, and whatever you have passed heads will come here. So now toss will have heads stored in it. Now heads equal to heads, that is true. Then it's going to print India's batting. Okay, so I'm going to run this. So how many of you have understood what we have done with the function? We have taken the block of logic and put it under a block called function, right? So that it becomes easy for us to rerun that particular logic. Okay, so if you've understood, type me in the chat box. Thanks, Prashant. Thanks, Rajiv. Thanks, Pushparaj. Okay, so I'm going to run this. Let's see if there are any errors. Okay, India's batting, right? So now without making any change here, I'm just going to say, I'm going to pass tails here. Okay, so now this will go to toss, and now toss will have tails. Tails is not equal to heads. So this will be false, and we'll go to else, and we'll print Australia is back. Okay, so I'm going to run this. Now Australia is back, right? So this makes it easier. So whenever you want to, it's like a actual coin flip in real, right? You don't have to write or know what is there in that particular function. You can directly use the function call, right? So there are a lot of things called inbuilt functions also, which will, now this is a custom user defined function. We have only given the logic of the function, right? There are some inbuilt functions like this print. Now if you see print, when you open this parenthesis, this is an inbuilt function, right? So, that is a little about inbuilt functions. Great. Yeah, so we will share the, YouTube availability of that video also, Shubhashish, right? So there's small glitch, we'll fix that. Okay. Now, exercise 2, what we are going to do is we are going to define another function. Okay. Do remember to take the screenshot because you'll have to put it up in the assignment, right? So go ahead and take the screenshot and do remember to put it on the group. Okay, great. So how many of you are parallel running along with me? Type R in the chat box. Yeah, that's great, Vaishnavi. Nice, Pradeep. Nice, Suhas. That's great. Okay. Amazing. Great, Pushparaj. So we are going to do the second function, which is defined. Now the name of the function is square and the parameter is n. So this whole thing is the header. Okay. So now I'm going to see what is there in the block. Here, there is a variable that is created, which is square. Okay. Which is n power 2. Okay. Or you can even write it n star is n power 2, or you can say n into n, asterisk n, right? Squared is n into n. Now it is going to print square of number is, now this is the body of that particular function. And then we are going to print whatever is saved in this particular variable, right? And we are also going to return. Now we'll understand a little more about return also, right? So now what happens is every function returns back to the function call, right? So that is why we call this a return statement. And we'll learn about it now, okay? So now what I'm doing here is, this is the function. This is something that we have defined. And we are going to pass square of 2. I don't actually have to write n into n every time. I'm just going to say square of 2. It is going to give me the square of the number is 4. And here the output of first run is 4. This return statement also got returned, right? So it returned whatever is there in 4. For example, if I do square of 5, it is going to print square of the number is 25 and it also return 20. Okay, so this is how it works. Sagar, if you missed the last 2 lectures, you put it on the group. Go ahead and watch those, and that should not be a problem. Those are very those are Python made easy. So I hope that will help, right? So follow along and also see the links on the group. Okay, great. So how many of you understood the basic layout of a function? What is header, what is body, and what is a function call, right? Type me in the chat box. Thanks, Ganesh. Thanks, Imran. Thanks, your name says Bunny and Shantana Krishna. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rajiv. Right, so we have a WhatsApp group. If you're joining from YouTube, you can see in the description, there is a WhatsApp group link. You can click there and join the group. Okay, Sagar? Yeah, so people who are watching this on YouTube, you can take the top 2 learnings of yours and put it on the comments. Okay, great. Okay, so many people have understood the exercise 2. We are going to run the third one, which is the inbuilt functions. Okay, so people do take screenshot of this, run this, and put it back on the group, right? Okay, so I'm just going to change. Right, so now what we are going to do is, we have you defined our own functions. Now, if you see here, max is a function as an inbuilt function. It takes multiple parameters. Like, for example, 8, 92, you can even give 20, 23. Okay, so it is going to return. Now, if you remember the return statement, it's going to return whatever is the maximum out of these. Okay, so now that returned value is stored in a variable which is maximum, and we are going to print maximum. Remember to have parentheses here. Okay, so I'm going to run this. So now it printed the maximum value which was there in this set of numbers. Okay, so how many of you understood this inbuilt function called max? Type me in the chat box. How many of you understood what are inbuilt functions? Right. Thank you so much, Tanmay. Okay. Oh, many people understood. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. So now there are other functions also. Now minimum will give the minimum out of these. For example, I say 1 and comma. So it is going to this min function is going to take multiple parameters, and in those parameters, whatever is there, it will they return the value and save it in the variable. So here is the function call, and we are going to print minimum. Okay, so we'll also run this. Right, so now I printed 1. So now you understood max and min. There are multiple inbuilt functions. We are just seeing few. Okay, now if you see length, this is length of strings or length of other things also. We'll discuss a little more about this. But now if you put any string, it is going to return the length of that particular string. Okay, so I'm going to create a variable length, and I'm saving it and doing the function call of length and the string. Okay, so here instead of having the text, I'm going to say so it should be 10 because my name has 10 characters. Now I'm going to print the length. Okay, so remember These errors are helping you. It is telling you have a parenthesis there. Okay, so run it now. Okay, okay, it is taking. It is steady. Now it is working. Okay, so now it printed 10. You can write anything. So, for example, I'm just going to have let it be. Write your name here only. Okay, so I'm going to run. It is going to say this is 19 characters, right? So say it's sufficient. Going to tell it's 10 characters. Okay, so how many of you understood this length function, which takes a string as a parameter? Type me in the chat box. Thanks, Rajiv. Thanks, Prashant. Thanks, Tanmay. Yes, a lot of people understood. Thanks, Ajay. Can you also check how inbuilt function? Yeah, so if you want to check how inbuilt functions are, the code or logic behind it, you can do that. So there are libraries. We'll cover that later, but you can always search, and these are all public online. You can search within that, and there is also logic of how this, functions, inbuilt functions are also written out. That's a good question and shows your curiosity also. Okay. Thank you so much. So this is about functions. Can I give multiple strings, right? So basically this particular function gives output of anything that is string. So let us try. So this is what you have to always do. When you have a question, go ahead and try. So what we are trying here, we're going to try, can we give multiple strings? Exhibition today. What do you guys think? Will it work? Let us check. Okay. So now we're concatenating here. Going to run it. It actually ran, right? So that's a good question, Shantana Krishna. Okay. So anything that will be a string after the operation is done, it is going to print it. Okay. That's great. Okay. So how many of you understood functions and inbuilt functions? Different between list and length is nothing but not same. Right? Sneha, can you unmute and ask your question? Right. Will help. Difference between list. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, so difference between length and list is nothing but not same, right, sir?
Length and list. Okay, so
means the strings are going to count. They presents all the list present in that.
Correct. So basically, it is going to count each and every character. So by list, if you mean that particular character, is going to count every character. It will also count space as a character, right? Even if you have a number, it is going to count that particular number, right? So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 7, 8. So it's going to say it is 6. Okay, so it's going to keep count each. So it's always helpful to try and experiment whenever you have a query, right? So that's a good one, Sneha. So you're beginning to understand and proceed further. That's really great. Okay, so and thank you so much, Sneha, for coming and speaking over the mic. Thank you so much for that. So that makes it interactive. Great. So what is your background, Sneha? Can you share your background? Like, what was the result you had before and after these 3 days?
Yes, basically I am postgraduate, completed my post-graduation in electronics, sir.
Wow, that's really
now I'm doing Python course.
So you're doing it here online only, or have you taken any course parallelly?
Yes, sir, parallelly.
So what was the challenge? Were you able to practice in that particular course?
So I wanted to come in software field, so I have choose this one.
Great. So when did you purchase the course?
2 months back, sir.
But were you able to give time for practice after purchase?
Yes, I am doing.
Okay, right. So that's great. Keep going. Okay.
Yes, thank
you so much. And because we get a lot of people who actually make purchase of course, but they do not get time to practice, right? So yeah, Shantanu Krishna, if your question is you give karma and give multiple strings, I would want you to go ahead and try it, but it will not work because length will take just one parameter. Right? Here is going to take one parameter. It's going to run. Right? Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Great, thank you everyone. So for joining in for another day. Right. So we are going to do the the whole open technique for career, and then we are going to conclude. Anybody else who would want to share their experience, like Sneha did, unmute and speak? Anybody wants to share their results before and after?
Hello, sir. I'm Sagar speaking.
Yes, Sagar, your voice is low. You can speak. Yeah.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible. Now better.
Sir, I am from mechanical background, mechanical engineering.
That's great.
2020 pass out.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Then I'm switched to IT field last 2 months.
Wow.
Like just say Sneha.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing the DevOps course. DevOps.
Wow.
So how much coding is required for DevOps?
Right. So basically, I'll answer, but the course is more about Python. Can you share? Yeah. So basically, can you share your experience of these particular 3 days before and after, specific to Python? We'll also understand about the DevOps thing.
Okay. One question is more. Except this batch, any other program to any more details in Python?
Yes, we do have. So basically, that tells us about the graduation day. If this is the first day you have joined Saga, it seems yes, you said
Yes,
first day. We have the 7 days, and the 7th day we are going to have a graduation day where we are going to give a certification, and also we'll also going to tell how you can get into this AI stream, over your prospects in this particular industry. And you learn a lot about all these things, and you'll also learn about our bigger program, which is AI Bronze, right? So now these particular 7 days is part of that particular program, and it will help you get started and remove the fear of programming or coding, if any, right? So which the course is already, this 7 day program is already doing, right? So what I would request is, come every day from today, because you started today, and see the past 2 sessions, and be there for the 7th day to learn more about the prospects for AI, and what we offer in our AI Bronze also. Tomorrow we'll also know a little about what we cover in those particular areas, and how this will help you in building a solid career in AI as well. Okay.
Awesome, sir. Thank you.
So in terms of DevOps, yeah, there will be minimal code requirement, but if you are able to understand code and write code, it will make it easier, right? So because if you are working, you want to have understanding of Linux as an operating system, right? So there also you have to write commands. So having a code first approach is always helpful. So though DevOps is a little less code intensive, I would request you to pursue code. So this will increase your prospects of career. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Great. Thank you so much, Sagar. Right. Nice that you are switching, and this is actually a little motivating to people who are trying to get into this industry. Okay. Thank you so much, Sagar, and really appreciate you coming on mic and speaking and interacting. Right. Great. Okay. Right. So that were a few results. What we're going to do now, we're going to do the whole open for career. We are going to speak to our own career, right? So I would, share my screen. Let me know if you're able to see my screen. Yeah. So this would require you to, close your eyes. Okay. So relax your forehead, relax your eyes, relax your shoulders, relax your back, relax your feet. Take a deep breath. Put your hand on your heart and repeat these words loudly after me. I am responsible for myself and my career. I am responsible for myself and my career. I am really sorry for not taking care of you, my dear career. I'm really sorry for not taking care of you, my dear career. Please forgive me, my dear career, for not taking care of you. Please forgive me, my dear career, for putting so much stress on you. Please forgive me, my dear career, for not giving you enough time and practice. Thank you, dear career, in spite of all the situations, for fulfilling my needs. Thank you, dear career, for fulfilling all your duties. Thank you so much. I know that I have not told you many times, dear career, I love you, even in your current situation and in any situation. Slowly open your eyes and rub your hands and put that energy to your hands. Take a deep breath. Great. Amazing. So, how did the no technique made you feel? Can you put one word in the chat box? People who are watching this on YouTube, you can put that one particular word about the no technique or the code exercise or any of your top 2 learnings in the comments. Right? Calm, relaxing, peaceful. Sneha says peaceful twice, right? Relaxed, calm. That's really nice. Thank you so much, and coming for yet another day. We'll see you all tomorrow again, and do remember to do your assignments and put that particular screenshot on the group, right? If you're able to do it, also help others who are having any errors. Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much. Take care, everyone. Okay. Hey Rahul, nice to see you. Great. Okay. Just beginning. Yes, we are live. So hello everyone. Thank you so much for joining in. And people who are watching it on YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, or any of our social channels, you can see that the link to the Zoom session is in the description. Yeah, it's also on the Zoom chat, right? So you can go ahead, click on the Zoom chat and join in on the Zoom, right? Thank you so much, Yuvraj, everyone joined in. Great. Amazing. Okay. Hey, Yuvraj. Hi. Let's begin. Okay. So we're going to begin with the same exercise, right? We're going to do the 5-minute exercise of the whole open technique, right? So hello everyone, welcome to this session today on learning Python in 7 days. This is like a 7-day challenge to see if you would be consistently continuing for all these 7 days, right? It's a very, very special day because in the next half an hour, we are going to create confidence in many people to be ready and become better programmers and data science professionals, right? So how many of you are super excited for today's session? Type Y in the chat box. Y for yes in the chat box. Hey Nivitra. I think that is easy. Yes. Thank you, Shivanshu. Thanks, Rajesh. People who are joining us on Zoom, on YouTube, you can join in on our Zoom by clicking on the link in the chat now. It is pinned on Zoom. You can see that there is the blue bar on the chat. Click there and join on the Zoom, right? Okay, so we are going to begin. So we'll first begin with our exercise. Okay, so how many of you here are from non-coding background? Type N in the chat box. Hey Rajesh. Hey Rahul. Hey Sham. Hey Sampath. Hey Shivanshu. No worries. So we have made the program in a way that we can, hey Rahul, even people who are beginning can learn from the basics, right? So Yuvraj, I hope that answers your question, right? We'll get there. Amazing. Yes, Yuvraj says yes. Let's go for this. Okay, let me know if you are able to see the white screen. And let me know if my voice is also audible. Okay. So I would request everyone to put your hand on your heart. I'll be taking my name. This is the Ho'oponopono technique. It is a Hawaiian technique known for clearing negativity and self-doubt. It has helped many of our community members. We have over 1,000 people in our community, right? So I'm going to say Sachi and you will be taking your own name. We are going to talk to ourselves. You're going to talk to your beautiful spirit, your energy. Okay? The hands on your heart. I'm really sorry for not taking care of you, Sachi. I'm really sorry for not taking care of you, Sachi. I'm so sorry for disconnecting with you. I'm so sorry for leaving you all alone. I am the one who judges you so much. I am the one who criticizes you so much. Please forgive me for underestimating you, dear Sachi. Please forgive me for not believing in you.